Let's find out if you belong to those for whom stretching is beneficial. Just kidding. So the chance that your arm will feel better after this video is pretty high. Try it out, join in right away. Look, this is your forearm, elbow up here, wrist down here, and the tendon sheath inflammation that is now a phenomenon that arises in this area. You have to imagine all the muscles for the fingers and for the wrist itself moving. They all run up here in this direction, and down here it then becomes tendons. You can feel it on your arm. Down here it is quite narrow, and up here it gets thicker where all the muscles are. And if you have too much tension now, that is our explanation. If you have too much tension because you use too little these angles and these angles, then it will always be tighter in the pull. And at some point, the tendons will be pulled so tight that small micro tears occur, and then they become inflamed because they have to repair themselves. The inflammation is practically a repair of these small tears, and that hurts. And at the moment when we normalize the tension that often exists in this whole system, and I have Ina here again to demonstrate it while I explain, we need to relax the area where you just mentioned there is too much tension. Let's assume the right arm has the issue. Put your right hand on the table and then rotate it as far as possible. No, not you turning, but the hand turning. Exactly. And then you try to rotate the fingers so far that they point to the opposite leg. And also try to keep the thumb really close to it. If that doesn't work, then you can help a little with the other hand to pull it up. And then you actually do nothing else but keep moving your shoulder further back, and then you notice that it starts to pull right in this area. Come on, let's go for a proper walk. Come back piece by piece. Always stay in the area that is just bearable. How are you feeling now?
Quite bearable?
Yes, but just about bearable. That is the important thing. A long range is quite tolerable. It must still be just tolerable because then you are, so to speak, in the highest intensity that is still just tolerable. This is truly the best formulation, just about tolerable, just about comfortable pain, just about positively tolerable in order to be able to assess that. And then you notice if you don't change the angle, then it will be a bit less. And as it decreases, you move your shoulder back a little more so that you always stay close to this limit. As soon as you notice, now I have to go out, I can't stand it anymore, you have practiced too intensively. Then the pain intensity was too high. It should hurt, but it must hurt in a positive way. Yes, and slowly, even with you, Ina, now slowly the angle has become stronger, and now we are incorporating our strength training. Please try to press the palm and fingers as tightly as possible against the table now. Press palm and fingers as tightly as possible against the table, as if you were practically trying to bulge the table downwards. Relax again and go a little further into the stretch. You start directly at home, participate directly, and if you notice that you have done too much, you are too deep in the stretch, then better take a step back in between. And then again, you press really hard with your fingers against the table, press really hard against it. You relax again and go a little further in. You are moving further back now, Ina, right? I am getting tired. Yes, it always takes a certain amount of time and then it starts to give in nicely. And that is exactly the point we need to get to. And then you slowly go out again. Now raise your hand, go out slowly, go out slowly. Then you notice first, hardly movable. Then it slowly starts again. Then you move a little, and after about 10-15 seconds you are ready. Then you can loosen up a bit and now feel in. Feel in where the pain was, when you noticed it, and compare. If you want to have even more intensity, yes, so to speak, even more liberation from the too high tensions, then do the following. You can join in right away if you want. The beginning is the same. You place your hand on the table and turn it as far back as possible. So, and now you go to the back, always further, and then there is a point where you notice now it doesn't go anymore, but if you would lift your hand, then it would work. And now do this. Keep going until the hand needs to be lifted. And now the next point is that the finger knuckles, the finger metacarpophalangeal joints here, they must stay on the table. But you see Ina's wrist, that is now, so the carpus, that is lifted now. And now it feels different again, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because now even more fingers come into play, but that doesn't necessarily have to be. So most of the complaints here, they will improve. We are used to it when keeping the carpus on the ground. When you lift additional weight like Ina does, you have even more stretching and even more can happen. Positive. Yes? Just to show it, come out and feel it again.
Yes, I can feel it here.
Yes, then you notice another liberation than before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Has stretched a lot.
And now we will do one final roll to bring a little more metabolism in here. When inflamed anyway, so new nutrients in, waste products out, is a good action. We'll use the mini roller. If you don't have it, then you take a similar roller or maybe a spray bottle or a small water bottle, somehow something like that, filled with water, and then you go on, Ina, show how it's done. You go with the wrist, and you can also increase the pressure a bit with the other hand, and then you practically roll the inside of the forearm until you also have to go a bit deeper, exactly, to the inside of the elbow. And thus everything is a bit distributed, and our idea, our concept is, yes, that between the cells where the fluid is, that everything shifts a bit, moves a bit, that metabolism comes in. And at the same time, receptors that promote relaxation are also stimulated, so this is a good action. You will notice it when you have done it. If you would like information about the fascia roller massage set, please click here. Ina, have you arrived at the elbow now? Yes, exactly. There is this little ankle. When you get there, then it's actually the end. Wonderful. If you want a new stretching routine, then please click there, down below. You can subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Exactly.
I feel the same way.
Goodbye.